I like to say this. We're talking about spending. Now let's come to poverty. Poverty is dressed up with poor priorities, with good excuses.
Wait. You say that again. Wait. You said poverty
is dressed up with poor priorities.
Let's start with poor priorities now.
Poor priorities. Let's talk about spending. Poor priorities. Let's say poor priorities. No, it must not be.
Peppermint is a bit. Why?
It's not bad to eat peppermint.
No. I'm only trying to help you out. Poor priorities. For example, you said one is selling akara, for example. You have a capital. You have not made profit from your akara business.
Or even if you made profit.
Possibly, maybe you've made profit, and then you decide to want to use your profit to buy peppermint instead of investing in it. That's a poor priority, isn't it?
That's a poor priority, and that leads to poverty. Spending beyond.
And for the record, we are not demarketing peppermint for
Please,
no reason.
I love peppermint.
All right, eat your peppermint, but Mr. George Dayman is going to tell us exactly how we can spend wisely. I think we're going to come to that.
No, that's what I want to say.
All right.
Poor priorities in your spending. It said there are questions you need to ask yourself in decision making. Number one, is this very important and very necessary? Is this very important and not necessary?
When you're in university, when you are in class and you make statements like this, so you hear, so come again.
Let me take it slowly.
Please take it slowly. So people who are jotting down, because I have a very retentive memory, so I can recall.
Yeah.
But those of them who are jotting down get to hear what you say.
Now, is it very important and very necessary? Food is very important and very necessary, but doesn't mean that you buy everything you see. Priorities and poor and good excuses. So, now, let me talk about borrowing, because we're talking about spending, but we cannot fail to mention borrowing. We're talking about financial literacy here. Let's talk about borrowing. There's nothing wrong to borrow. Even Nigeria, as a country, the United States of America, check their debts. But the problem is not with borrowing. The problem is building financial credibility. We're talking about poverty now. Poor priorities, good excuses. There are some people that they borrow and then they fail to pay back. And they have this lengthy, box filled with a long list of that debt that can weigh you down.
At the end of the day, having a bad reputation and bad name connected to you, that's the situation most of the time.
Exactly. And when you borrow, you must understand that it's a debt, and then you must work assiduously to ensure you pay off.
All right.
Pay off the debt.
You just give me a second. We'll go on a short commercial. When we come back, I think you go deep into borrowing. Trust me, a lot of people are guilty of this. Some people borrow money to buy peppermint. Who knows? I don't know. Still with us, still 99.5 WISH FM, Nigeria's business radio. Don't go anywhere. We'll go on a short commercial. We'll be right back.
You wished for this. Now it's here. Wish 99.5 FM.
Station of the planet.
Tired of driving hard and earning less? It's time to switch to Diamond Fleet, where your hustle meets reward. Sign up today and be among the first 200 drivers to get a 20,000 Naira petrol voucher just for completing your first 5 rides. Your first week is commission free. That's right. After that, only 10% commission. Refer a friend and earn 5,000 Naira when they complete 10 rides. Be a top performer in safety, punctuality, and service, and win cash prizes or even an all expenses paid trip to Ghana or Abuja. Stay Wait 2 years and you might qualify for a brand new car loan. Visit us at 67 Tumbia Extension Road, GRA Phase 2, Port Harcourt. Call us now on 0809-785-2100, 0816-902-5573 or 0707-514-6735. Send an email at support@diamondfleetsng.com. Available on Play Store and App Store. Diamond Fleet Limited. Your ride, your delivery, your way.
All right, welcome back to 99.5 WISH FM, Nigeria's Business Radio. We are talking about we've been talking about financial literacy in collaboration with Spend Wisely and not buy so much of peppermints and boile and fish. I understand, but then again, you're gonna say something.
What I want to say is that I'm not trying to advocate that you shouldn't enjoy your money.
No, they understand. It's just a comic relief.
But what I'm trying to say is that you must understand your priorities.
Yeah. I know they understand what we're talking about. Of course, I know to a large extent people understand how they can control their appetite when it comes to spending.
Yeah.
Right, when it comes to making wise decisions as regards your money. That's financial literacy. That's you being educated when it comes to finances. That is you growing. I think there was a Dangote of, everybody knows Dangote, knows that, okay, he's the richest man in Africa. He's the richest black man, as long as black is concerned. And that's a big privilege. There's something he said. He said, money is not always going to be there. Money is not always going to be available. What makes money always available for him is when money starts coming up for him, when it starts being available, he tries to spread across the periods where it is not going to be available. So you don't expect to have money or generate income every single time. There are times where money is being generated. That period that is rainy, you have to save for that period that money is raining now. This is the other way around. You have to save for the sunny days. Do you understand? So that period where it is sunny, you have to save for the rainy days. Do you understand? So that is exactly what he's saying. Sometimes when the money starts coming, it does not necessarily mean that it will always come. There are days when the money does not come. Even him is saying that days when the money doesn't always come as much as it used to come. But period where you have the money coming up, why not save for the days where the money will not come or when you think the money will not be available? That's being wise. That's being literate when it comes to finances. And that's exactly what the richest black man is talking about. And you, when the money comes, that time the money is coming. It is when you feel that God has blessed you and then you decide to want to squander and then destroy everything and hoping that the money will come the next day and the upper day and the upper. It doesn't always work like that.
Do you know one of the problems we're experiencing in our leadership today? When you don't have good personal financial management, how can you have good public financial management? Because for you to be a leader, you must build good public financial management. You are in control of the resources of the people. So you must be prudent, disciplined with the resources at your disposal. If you don't know how to manage your personal finance, you can't manage public finance. And look at our debt situation. I don't want to go into that. I just want to narrow it to the macro level. We are borrowing, borrow to pay this, borrow to pay that, borrow to pay this, and even what we are borrowing, there's no dividends coming out of it. We have become a borrowing club, and it has become a disease that is that is affecting even our young people. Some people are borrowing to be rich. They want to borrow to look rich. There's no between looking rich and truly
being
rich. There's a big difference. So borrowing is a problem when you don't know how to sustain it, how to pay back, how to build credibility and trust. Now, I want to talk about, we're talking about financial literacy. And I said that financial literacy is the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills. I even suggest that financial literacy should be made compulsory. And it should be part of our educational curriculum in our schools. young kids should be taught financial literacy. These days, some parents buy their children smartphones, and these children are not thinking smart. They are always playing computer games. They don't sit them down and teach them the when I was a little boy growing up, there's something my mom normally do. She gives us pocket money. And at the end of the week, we are going to present a budget. How much? Let me use some names for example. Emeka, I gave you 1,000 as your pocket money this week. Okay, budget presentation. We have a family meeting where we do budget presentation. We present it so. Okay, this is what I did. I spent my money on this, on this. It's not because my mom is trying to squeeze us or she wants to, squeeze us and or intrude into our personal spaces, but because she was teaching us financial responsibility and accountability, which is lacking today in our society. Because when you don't teach your children financial education, they live anyhow. So it is important. Now let me talk about this, what we call the sound of poverty. Poverty is a sound. Let me give you a practical example. If I hit on this table just in front of me, you hear a sound.
Yes.
Sound can be produced not only with your mouth, with your hands. There are different ways of producing sound. Poverty itself is a sound. We are talking about financial literacy. Now I'm going to share some practical examples because I want it to be relayed. I want people to catch the message and get the picture of what we are saying. We're not just speaking grammar and English. We are trying to let the people understand that this hunger that is in our land, this poverty that we are seeing today, we can minimize it, we can reduce it when we start with empowering our mind with financial literacy, educate our mind, free our mind from the chains of poverty that have tied us and kept us in the box for too long. What is the sound of poverty? What does it do? Sound, it doesn't necessarily mean that you must hear. It's not just with your mouth. The poverty sounds cultivates our actions and programs us into poverty. Let me give you a practical example. Let's say you're an akara, you're frying akara. We're talking about financial literacy.
Yes.
Let me use an example of an akara seller. You are frying akara in the morning. You have customers. But you are using the cheapest oil to fry the akara. You will go to the market, you will buy, you will look for the groundnut oil, the cheapest one, with all the cholesterol and every AYZ inside.
Okay.
You are looking, when they ask you, say, I want to make profit, but you're not build skyscraper. You are not a financial literate. Now you use the cheapest groundnut oil to fry that akara. Even the fry pan, so black, you don't clean it. Your environment where you are frying the akara for your customers, food they will eat, very dirty. And then after a while, your customers stop coming. You begin to wonder, you pray all the prayers. Me, I'm a Christian, I pray a lot.
You begin to blame your
You
neighbor.
begin to blame your village people or your neighbor that refused to greet you in the morning. She has started your business. No, it is not your village people. I'm not saying your village people don't exist. It is you. You at that point, you are a financial illiterate because your environment matters. In marketing, you are a product. The customers relate with you first. If I want to buy fresh pepper in the market, I will not go to the fresh pepper and ask the fresh pepper, I want to buy you fresh pepper. I will ask the person selling the fresh pepper, Madam or Sir, I want to buy fresh pepper. So you as a seller, as a trader, you are a product. And if you are not financially, if you're not a financial literate, your environment reveals your financial literacy. Your atmosphere reveals your financial literacy. And it is not rocket science. You don't need to go to university and have a degree. You just understand that in business, you are, look at the word business. Busy doing something right, not busy doing something wrong. And if you are an akara seller, your fry pan is dirty. If they look at the fry pan, they don't want to tell you. They stop coming to buy your akara because they feel, because of your sensibilities and how emotional you are, you will insult them. So they stop coming. And you start blaming your village people. I'm not saying village people don't exist, they do. but it is not your village people, it is the groundnut oil you are using. It is only in learning. Look at that definition of literacy in the 21st century. A wise man defined literacy as the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. It is not permitted in that akara for you to continue to reuse old oil and continuously using it. Only in literacy you are allowed to learn, unlearn, and relearn. You cannot be using that oil for 1 week.
Yes.
The oil is begging you because you can't hear the oil. See how they follow so black. He said, I won't make profit. I don't go fit the cost. You are demarketing yourself. That is what we call the sounds of poverty. Poverty is blowing trumpet in your ears. Your business is failing because of your poor attitude and poor environment. Because poverty is an attitude of excuses. When you talk about poverty, it is an attitude of excuses. It's a sum total of living that life of excuses. Let me give another practical example. The public transport system.
Okay.
You are a commercial driver. You have the bus driver and the conductor. Now, we are talking about financial literacy. Financial literacy. You are doing business with people. You have customers. Have you observed that most conductors, they dress like, I'm not saying you should go and wear suits, but dress neat, smell good. It's possible you buy deodorant or roller, whatever they call it, put it under your happy, dress neat. It's conductor you are doing.
One will ask you, how am I going to benefit from that?
A lot. I will explain to you.
Beautiful.
Because I'm talking about the sound of poverty.
Yes. So
poverty is sounding in your ears, but you can't hear it. You, as a conductor, your bosses, everybody on the street should not see. That's why it's underwears. It's not for public consumption. The color so bad, it looks distasteful. Even looking at it, you are dressed. You put on tattered clothes. There was a time. There's a point in my life I had just one shirt and one trouser. I clean it, I wash it, I maintain it. Experience taught me how to maintain things. Experience should teach you. It should build you to become better. It should not make you to become bitter. Experience should reform you. It should not disfigure you. It should not deform you. Your experience should be a process of your formation to become a better person. Sure. Your experience should not deflate you and deform you. So even as a bus driver, a commercial transport, you are doing business. Your financial literacy have taught you to keep your environment. The bus should be neat. You go into enter some public transport, all messed up. You see the conductor, dress, bet on perfume, go to the shopping mall or supermarket, buy perfume, spray it, the one you can afford. Get some deodorant, look neat. You can have one shirt. I'm not saying you should wear a suit as a conductor. That one you wear, keep it neat, look decent. That is how it reflects on your financial literacy. Let me give you another example on that very quickly.
Go ahead.
I have seen a particular shop where they are selling food items. Anytime I'm passing that road, there's a gutter in front of them, filled with a lot of dirt, plastic. The water is not moving. They smell and stench. But yet, the people who are going to buy the meat, the fish, everything, they don't care. Me, anytime I'm on the roads, I'm passing by, I will kind of hold my chest. The picture is full. I can see the poverty sounding so loud. See, poverty is not just the absence of money. The poverty of the mind is the most dangerous form of poverty. Because your mind must be reformed. See, there are two types of streets. Your mental street and your physical street. I sum all the other streets, your financial street, your emotional street, everything into your physical street. But there is the mental street. The people don't care. I know of a man, he has been, even as I was coming to the radio station this morning, he was there. That man have been on that street for over 10 to 15, close to 15 years. Now, is his problem poverty? Is his problem financial illiteracy? I'm just asking the questions at random. You give him 1,000 naira tomorrow, he might even have phone. There was a day I was coming back from the university. It rained heavily. The man was sitting down under the rain on the street begging. His case is not just the absence of money. His case is the poverty of the mind. He is sitting down on a physical street, but there is the mental street that poverty is sitting on. You can take some people out of the street, but you can't take the street out of them. Until you deal with the mental street, he will go back there. Even if you give him ₦1 million, he will still go back to beg. He will misuse that money because you have not dealt with the mental street. You have not taken him out of the mental street. You have not immunized his mind from that disease of poverty. You have not treated the sickness of his mind. You have not lifted him out of the mental poverty. You have not dismantled the structures of mental poverty. Until you do that, you are not applying the right medication for the sickness that is suffering from. So financial literacy is not just a big word, it is practical. You might not have money. I'm a Christian, I must always reference the Bible. We're talking about financial literacy. The Bible talked about a man that was sitting close to a pool for over 30 years, right? He was sitting on the pool. And when Jesus met him, he asked him, he said, nobody to help me. Is he correct? Yes, what he said is true. But if nobody helped push you into, did you ask for help? Did you call for help? Right? He has been sitting down there for many years out of poverty.
All right, go ahead. Which is very important.
It's very important.
Yes.
Because we have talked about the problem. Now let's talk about solution. What you do in private always shows in public. Reading shows in your conversations. Your workout shows in your physique. Your diet shows in your energy. Your discipline shows in your confidence. So what can you do to take you out of poverty? First, you must treat the poverty of the mind. You must deal with the poverty of the mind. You might not have money. Some people, oh, my uncle refused to help me. My auntie refused to help me. How long will you be saying, have a job? I graduated from the... Even if I do it, you are what you cultivate when no one is watching. If you're tired of poverty, you must be intentional on what you are cultivating. Look at many of our young people. Gambling has finished their life. Some of them, I remember when I was in university, I had a neighbor. We were in the same university. We attended the same university. That guy, gambling, scattered that guy's life. Gambling. I don't want to call the names. Gambling. I just want to use the word gambling. You know what I'm talking about. He's always betting. To the point that he used his school fees, that his hardworking parents at home suffering to send him money. My son is in the university. He was gambling. He will not attend lectures. He will go to. He's always in that place. There's a particular place where the convention center for them. He's always in that convention center for the gambling. He used his school fee. There was even a time he gambled everything, that his sandal, his shoes. He staked his shoes and walked home barefooted. That's how bad the disease of gambling is. That's poverty that's knocking at your door. Poverty sounding the alarm. Poverty blowing trumpet for you. You must deal with that addiction. If you are tired, you're sick and tired of poverty. Poverty, some people have houses, cars, they say, oh, I'm rich. Some of them are still. There are three things you must pay attention to if you are sick and tired of poverty. Who you spend time with. There are some people that they can be with their phones, right? On social media, watching comedy from morning till night. And then they're complaining. My life is so, I don't know whether I follow the phone they are using. They are using iPhone, expensive phone. They don't have money to buy recharge card and data. They are spending time watching comedy. I'm not saying comedy is bad, but that's all they spend their time on. That's poverty knocking at your door. Number two, what you spend time learning. Like this is a training. If I'm doing it in my professional section, you pay for it. It's not free. Knowledge is expensive. What do you spend your time learning? Let's say, for example, I want to become a computer programmer. Not everybody will become computer programmers. Or I want to become a fashion designer. I don't just want to become an average fashion designer. What you spend your time learning. See, you look at successful people, there are some things they have learned. You want to learn from them. You want to learn and unlearn and relearn. If you are tired, you don't need to be waiting for handouts. You don't need to be following a politician around. Anything for the boys. The anything for the boys economy is not working. Hunger everywhere. Ask the politician you are following that you are singing his praises every day on social media. Oga, abeg, I won't go learn skill. I want to learn something. You don't need to be a fraudster, a Yahoo boy or whatever, a Yahoo girl, and then do ritual and kill somebody. The ritual is they don't have a factory, they don't have a minting machine where they mint money. A ritual is like telling you that you need to do human sacrifice to become rich. Is a psychiatric case that needs to be taken to a psychiatric hospital. Because it does not mint money. You are just wasting the lives and blood of innocent people. Because you feel that's how you're going to make money. There's something you are. Nobody came to this world empty. Nobody. You might not have it yet, but build. To go through the process. At a time, it will come to pass. Do it charity. You wait for it. You pursue it. It will come to pass. Then finally, what you spend time building, what do you spend time building? As many young people are listening, your youthful age is a time for build. It's not the time to attend all the clubs and parties in the world. I'm not saying you should not have good time and fun. But what are you building? Are you building your mental state? Are you building your health? Are you building your education? Are you building your business? Are you building your financial intelligence? What are you building? Or are you pulling down others? Or are you becoming a prey to others? If you are sick and tired of poverty, like I am sick and tired of poverty, you must realize that your time is an asset. Use it wisely. Develop yourself. Develop your mind. Learn. Improve on your product. Improve on your service. Let me just end with this. Have you gone to some beautiful supermarket shopping mall? The attendant is with phone. You want to buy something, they are with their phones. All their attention is on the phone. That is itself is demarketing the business. That's telling you that that person in that shopping mall is not interested in that business. Let me end there.
All right. Wow. It's it's a very good thing that I have a good relationship with you. If not, you'll be billing me billions of dollars now for this section. But I'm really, really sure a lot of people listening to us right now has benefited a lot. Remember, before you started, you said it's going to be a mental shift.
Yes.
And if your mind hasn't been shifted at this point, trust me,
Your pockets cannot be shifted.
Your pockets cannot be shifted.
Yes.
That's the thing. So I think whatever it is, it goes beyond talking. It goes beyond listening. Mm-hmm. Right? Sometimes, because of how busy the world has become and how distracted the world can be, and it takes some persons who are desperate, people who really want to get out of their, current condition, to really put in these things that you are saying into practice. Because except you're enjoying the life you're living, except you like the standard where you are, because this thing is, I believe, is touching a chord in you that knows that you need to sit up, you need to spend wisely. You talked about borrowing, you talked about spending wisely, you talk about investment, which is very, very important. And concerning investing, I think you didn't really, put more attention in more emphasis on investment, because I think there was something I was waiting for you to say when it comes to investment, how to invest your money properly, how to wisely invest money, because some persons have made terrible decisions when they invest money. Some people have made decisions that have crippled their economy, crippled their life as a result of terrible investment. Now, remember, it is the intention to want to be financially intelligent. That's why they decided to invest.
That's right.
But they are wrong investment. What I don't know if in 30 seconds, how can you carry out, how is it possible for one to make a right investment?
Do your research before you invest. Don't just invest in anything you hear. That's why people I'm available. Like, I do consulting for if you want good financial advice on investment, I'm available. That's part of my job. So I'm available for that. I think in the next program we might do programs on that, so we touch more.
And you just took me away that even the phone lines I wasn't able to throw open the phone lines. No thanks to your very interesting conversation. But this is already 10:57. We don't have much time on our hand. Thank you so much, Mr. George Emmanuel Dema,
Thank you.
for your time. You look as good as you sound. And it's obvious. And you said something, the poverty has got a sound.
Yes.
And as well, and I think also good financial literacy also have a sound.
That's
Wealth also have a sound.
Exactly.
You have to start looking like wealth,
That's
even though the money is not about that. You also said that poverty is not about the lack of money; it's about the state of your mind, which is very, very important. The state of your mind, and the state of your mind replicates what you portray. What you do in the secret exposes what you do in the open. If you gym or if you're only doing workout, it shows in your physique. If you always read, it shows in your conversation and the way you think. I mean, thank you so much, Mr. George Dema.
Thank
And I'm
you.
sure you listening today, you would be very intentional. You're not going to you can't deceive everybody, and you can't even deceive yourself. Know exactly what you do in your closet. Know exactly what you're doing. Are you developing yourself? Are you becoming the person of value? Remember, he said something. You see, while he wasn't doing anything, he made good advantage of his time. Teaching, he's also impacting, giving to the society, as well as developing himself and creating knowledge. Who knows tomorrow what happens while he was teaching? Or who would come to him and say, because if you're idle doing nothing, blaming the devil and blaming your environment, you're going nowhere at the end of the day. You're going nowhere at the end of the day. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you
I can
for
thank you
having me.
enough.
I
It's
appreciate
always a pleasure.
appreciate
And it's a privilege having you here with us, WISH 99.5 FM. I'm sure you enjoyed the section. For those of you who listen, I'm sure you enjoyed the section. We'll meet again. Dema will be here maybe some other time. I don't know. I'll find a way to bring him here, especially on the parliament. He's usually doing the economy with Antonio Sabel, but hey, I would drag him. I would do everything possible to ensure I drag him to the parliament. And this is it. We'll call it a wrap here on the Parliament on 99.5 WISH FM Nashville's Business Radio. Chris Domain is my name. Next up is the headline news at 11, and then the business news comes up next. I'm going to stay with us.
Mr. George Dema, the powerful man.
That's Gary. Please look at it later.
Sir?
Look at that.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry for the work for the.
Let's see. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
As the news breaks, we bring you all sides to the story, balanced analysis, feel the controversy,